Where are the mothers, mga nanay? We honored the mothers during the Mass. I'd like to honor you with this story. You want to hear a story? Okay. Pa-assist lang sa laptop para... okay na pala. Okay na. Thank you. Wala kanina eh. Okay. Para sa mga nanay ito. A story is told of a couple who had always wanted to have a child. Ang tagal na nila nagdadasal. Lahat na ng novena prayers at ritual na gawa nila, nadasal nila sa napakaraming santo, wala pa ring anak na pinagkakalob sa kanila. Hindi sila nawala ng pag-asa. They kept on praying. And finally, they were gifted with a healthy baby boy. Usapan nila mag-asawa. If it would be a girl, they would name her Maria after Mama Mary. If it were a boy, they would name him Jose after Saint Joseph. And so they were so happy to see a very bubbly little baby boy. But they noticed something. The boy had a little defect. He had no pair of ears. They tested him for a sense of hearing. He was responding, all right? So he had a sense of hearing, wala lang yung ears. Okay. So flat lang dito. But the boy could hear. All right. In spite of the defect, they, of course, accepted the gift of God. They were praying for that. And so they were happy. Kung Jose yung pangalan, anong palayaw? Tagalog yan, syempre. Pepe. Yan. Sabi Joey. Oo nga kasi. Modern na yan. Right, si Pepe. Alam niyo yung batang may diferensya, may kapansanan, pagkakatuwaan to, di ba, ng mga kalaro. Ayan. So, bata pa, si Pepe, tinutokso na, binubuli na. Ano yung tukso sa kanya? Pag wala kang tenga, anong tawag sa'yo? Kasi kung bingi, hindi nakakarinig. Di ba? Pero walang tenga, alam niyo tawag sa kanya, ang tukso sa kanya, ang tukso ganito, Pepeng Pingas. Ganun ang tukso. Pingas is deprived of ears, alright? At hindi umuwi si Pepe from a game nang hindi duguan ng muka, may black eye, may pasa, may basag sa labi. At yung mami niya, ang lagi nagsasabi sa kanya, Pepe, huwag mo na kasing patulan. Yaan mo na sila. Wala ka nang magagawa doon sa mga sinasabi nila. Kung ikaliligayan nila yun, yaan mo, maghanap ka ng tunay na kaibigan na tatanggap sa iyo kung sino ka. So, Pepe found not only a mother but a best friend. Yung napagbubuhusan niya ng kanyang mga hinanakit at sama ng loob. Siyempre, nandun yung pagtatanong, bakit ba ako pinanganak ng ganito? Bakit ba hindi ako binigyan ni Lord ng mga tenga para normal din ako katulad ng ibang bata? Bakit ganito ang buhay ko and all that? Alam niyo yung upshot niyan, kasi nga hindi siya makakonect sa mga kaibigan sa labas. Si Pepe naging indoor boy at na-develop yung kanyang, ang tawag nito, yung introspective capacity. So naging madasalin, naging lover of books si Pepe. He became very studious. So from kindergarten hanggang grade 6, he was always top of his class. High school, valedictorian. From first year until fourth year. Ito na. Graduation niya, merong gift sa kanya ang school. They got a scholarship in the US of a career, of a discipline that Pepe wants. Kung anong gusto niyang maging, yun ang ibibigay sa kanya ng scholarship grant. You know what he wanted to be? He wanted to be a doctor. Bakit? Gusto niya makatulong sa mga katulad niyang may kapansanan, may depekto, may problema sa pangangatawan. Galing, ano? Now, ang parents niya, nung araw ng graduation niya, sabi, Pepe, meron pa kami isang gift sa iyo. Hindi lang to scholarship. we found a benefactor. And the benefactor is willing to give you her pair of ears. Yun ang kanyang death wish. Mabigay niya yung kanyang pares na mga tenga sa isang bata na nangangailangan. So tuwang-tuwa si Pepe. Saan siya mas masaya? Scholarship o dun sa new pair of ears? You're right. Okay. Ala ko may pulubing lumapit. Nangihingi ng pares ng tenga. Thank you, Ace. Okay, dito na lang, Ace. Ayan. Okay, so sinet yung day for the surgery and it was a successful surgical operation. And Pepe was so happy, understatement yon. With his new look, may bago na siyang pares na mga tenga. So para sa kanya, yung stigma ng label na Pepeng Pingas, biglang nabura and he found himself a changed person. Iba na yung pananaw sa sarili. Okay. So si Pepe pumunta na ng US, nag-aral na ng medisina, nagpakadalubhasa. Ilang years nga yun? 10 years, alright? Minimal yung time niya para makauwi sa parents niya. Sulatan sila, hindi pa to yung time ng digital age na you can have your Skype and your daily communication, walang ganon. At dun siya naging doktor. At dun siya nag-exercise ng kanyang profession. Alright? So hindi na siya Pepeng Pingas, Dr. Jose. Yan. Hindi naman Rizal Protasio Mercado. Okay. And then it happened. One day, he received a telegram. Nakaka-connect pa kayo? Telegram? Tapos ang sabi ng telegram, yung mga kabataan, yung mga millennials, ano yun? Ganito yung message. Pepe, uwi agad. Barok ano? Nanay, malubha. Okay. So he was thinking, ano yung malubha na yun? Kasi wala namang binabalita sa kanya. So he thought, okay, this sickness could be healed. Right. So he attended to what he had to attend to. Tapos later on, uwi na siya. Pag uwi niya, he realized it was too late. Hindi niya inabot yung nanay niya. What he saw before him was the remains of his mom. Hindi sinabi sa kanya na ang mom niya was already suffering from cancer. They kept it from him para hindi siya ma-distract at ma-disturb sa kanyang pag-aaral. And so Pepe was inconsolable because he did not lose only a mother, he lost a best friend. Mas hagulhol pa ng iyak si Pepe kaysa dun sa tatay niya. On the last night of the wake, yung tatay niya naman ang sobrang hagulhol. Mas matindi naman kaysa kay Pepe. At nung umalis ng lahat ng bisita at sila na lang, lumapit yung tatay kay Pepe at sabi, Pepe, hindi ko na kaya. Hindi ko matutupad yung pangako ko sa nanay mo. At hinawakan ng tatay si Pepe. Dinala sa labi ng kanyang ina. Binuksan yung coffin. Sabi niya, sikreto namin to ng nanay mo. Pero kailangan masabi ko na sa iyo ngayon. Tinaas nung tatay ni Pepe yung buhok ng nanay niya. And Pepe saw that his mother had no pair of ears. And then he understood. The generous benefactor whose death wish was to give her own pair of ears was no other than his own mother. And he understood the depths of the love of a mother. Yung mga nanay na nandito, I'm sure you could relate very well with this. A mother can give not only a pair of ears. Of course, even though we are not mothers, children as we are, we understand this. because we were recipients not only of a pair of ears from our mothers. What did our mothers give? What do mothers give? Anong kaya nilang ibigay? Ang sariling buhay, their own life. Di ba ito yung definition natin ng love? Reliving the Paschal mystery, you remember? Love is connect sa nakaraang formation. Kundi uwi na ako. Love is the willingness to offer one's life for one's beloved. A mother loves her children naturally. And a mother can offer her own life for her children. And so for all the mothers here, Happy Mother's Day. Shall we give a big round of applause to all our mothers? Kanina sa misa, sabi ko, tayo ang lahat ng mga nanay for them to be recognized. Uulitin natin yan. Babalik ta rin natin. Shall we all stand for the mothers who are here? And let's give them that honor that they deserve. Let's give them a big round of applause. If you are near mothers and you feel it from your heart, then you hug them and you kiss them. They deserve the love that they have given to their children and to us. Sorry po kung hindi kayo nasabihan na magdala ng tuwalya. Walang previous announcement. All right. Now here's my point. If an earthly mother can do that, what? Sacrifice her own life for her children. How much more can a heavenly mother do that? We're talking of Mama Mary. An earthly mother has limitations. Hanggang dito lang yung pwedeng gawin. Yung sakripisyo, panghabang buhay yan. Pero yung sakripisyo magtatapos sa buhay ng isang ina. Pag nawala na yung nanay, tapos na yung sakripisyo. The beautiful thing about our Blessed Mother, her earthly life ended, but it extended to her heavenly life. What is Mama Mary doing in heaven? You think she's having a wonderful time in heaven? What is she doing? She's praying for us. She's interceding for us. She's involved in what's going on with us. Just think of the many apparitions that are attributed to her. I was so blessed to have visited two beautiful sites. Fatima at Portugal and Lourdes in France. I'm saying this because I take pride in this. When I was in Lourdes, there was a lot of me time for us. And I spent time before the grotto with the image of our Blessed Mother, exactly where she appeared to Bernadette Sobiru. And you know what I did? I prayed for the people whom I know. And I take pride in saying this. Eto walang biro, walang bola. I prayed for all the Feast MOA servants. I prayed for you. I may not have mentioned you by name, but the Lord understands. Sabi ko, Lord, yung Feast MOA family that you have, in a way, entrusted to my care as shepherd. Gusto ko lang sabihin po, level up na tayo. Kung dati yung sinasabi ko, I have other sheep that do not belong to the fold. Yung other sheep, sabi ko, Feast MOA servants. Yung sheep ko, yung seminarista, mga nagpe-prepare sa pagkapare, yan. Iba na ngayon. Yung other sheep, ibang tao na yon. Kasi yung Feast MOA servants, hindi na kayo other sheep. You are my sheep. And I say it from the heart. You are my sheep. I claim you as my sheep. Okay. May This was the theme that we had. I checked my laptop. the formation sessions are there. Before we started the whole year series of formation sessions, and this is already the fifth, because this is the fifth month. Officially, we started last January. Last November, I gave a formation about our Blessed Mother. So I thought, sabi ko, ulitin ko ba? Kaso may mga nag-attend doon. Of course, may mga hindi rin naman nag-attend, so it would be something new. And then, ang lakas ng dating na work on certain points. And so that's what I'm going to do. Bring Her Home is actually coming from the Les Miserables musical, Broadway musical. You know, Jean Valjean was singing about the soldier who was wooing yung kanyang adopted daughter. And he sings, "Bring him home." That was his prayer. Lord, iuwi mo siya, huwag sana siyang mamatay. Bring her home, bring Mama Mary home. Lahat ng ating mga titles are doing it again. Ulitin ko lang para nasa context tayo. Maging akin muli. We do it again. All right, so we retake our Blessed Mother home. Last November, you would remember, we worked on the answer of our Blessed Mother, Fiat. Okay. If I stand here, everybody sees well the screen? Or do I have to move out? Nakaharang ba ako? Okay lang? Alright, Fiat. And sabi natin, F-I-A-T would stand for the outstanding character traits of our Blessed Mother. Okay, just to review, F would be faith. Very good. I, ang galing, interiority. A, availability. Nandyan ba? And T, totality. Okay, gusto mong ang galing, it's there. I'm happy. Very good. You kept your notes. All right, very good. And then we tried to trace the meaning of each one and the scriptural basis. F, faith. You see it in Luke. That's 1:26-38. This is the Annunciation event. Ano nga ang faith sa Tagalog? Pananampalataya. Paigsiin pa natin. Root word. Taya. Alright. So, faith is taya. At yung apat na character traits ni Mama Mary, all beginning with letter T. Okay? So, taya. There you go. Pag tumaya ka, what are you doing? You're taking a risk. And whenever we say it's a matter of faith, we take that risk. Mama Mary took the risk. Tumaya siya. My dear fellow servants, kung tatayarin lang tayo, sabi natin, tumaya na tayo sa sigurado. Paano yun? Tumataya ka nga, parang ako nakakasigurado. Diba? Parang contradiction. Kung si Lord yan, sigurado yan. Kung tataya ka kay Lord, tumataya ka sa promises ni Lord. And when God makes promises, those promises are sure to be fulfilled. It's just a matter of time. Maybe not yet, maybe not now, maybe later, but for sure, it will happen. I, interiority, where do we find that? The scriptural basis, Luke 2:19, that is the time when the shepherds came to adore the baby Jesus. And Luke 2:51, this is the finding in the temple. Ito yung Mary pondered these words in her heart. She kept these things in her heart. She stored all these events in her life. Interiority sa Tagalog. Interiority, letter T. Tuon, di ba? Focus. Ituon mo yung pansin mo. Ituon mo yung attention mo. Ituon mo yung camera. Focus, zero in. Okay, focus on Jesus. That's the letter I. Tuon. All right. Letter A, availability. Two events in the life of Jesus. What are those two events? Luke 1:39-56. This was when Mary became available to her cousin Elizabeth. Imagine niyo, lola, buntis, at manganganak. Ang sobrang hirap kaya yun para sa isang matandang babae. And so Mary was there to assist her. And John 2, 1 to 11. We will work on this. John 2, 1 to 11. This is the wedding at Cana. Mary was there for the couple, the newly-wed couple. Taya, tuon, availability. Talaga. Itong room na to, talaga para sa atin. This is available for us. Right? I make myself available for the feast. When you say that, for the feast MOA family, nakatalaga ka na para sa feast MOA. Yung Sunday, non-negotiable yan. Sunday ko, para sa feast MOA. You say to yourself, you say to others, nakatalaga na ako para sa Sunday, big event, feast, celebration. Very good. Okay. So, this is talaga. And finally, T, totality. Totality, you find this in this moment. Luke 1, verse 45, and Luke 11, verse 28. Blessed are you who believe. Blessed is the womb that bore you and the breast that nursed you. Kapag totality, letter T, taos. Yun. Taos puso. Gaano yung pagbibigay mo? Kalahati lang? Ilang porsyento yung pagbibigay mo ng sarili mo? How much of yourself do you give? I give myself completely. Saint John Paul II would sing that for our Blessed Mother, Totus Tuus. You remember that song? Totus Tuus Maria. Yan. I'm all yours, Mary. Pwede rin namang tagos, piercing the heart. Pero maganda rin yung word na taos. How much do you give of yourself? Taos pusong paglilingkod. Sana yung mga ihahalal natin bukas. Yun din, di ba? Yung taos pusong paglilingkod sa bayan. Bayan muna, bago ang sarili. Alright. Ito yung last November. I'd like to work on this. Not to repeat. You know, it's so easy to see Mary in the joyful mysteries and to say, I'd like to be just like our Blessed Mother. Look at the innocent look. Look at the wonder and amazement in her gaze. This is the moment of the Annunciation, when the angel visits her and announces that you were called to be the Mother of God. As servants, it's so easy to say, I'd like to be just like Mama Mary. She is a model of my discipleship. It's difficult when we see Mary in the sorrowful mysteries. Are you ready for that? Lord, pwede bang joyful lang? Kung magdadagdag pa tayo ng isa pang set, Lord, luminous lang. Pwedeng skip yung sorrowful. Pwedeng tuloy na agad sa glorious. Mama Mary saw it all. The mothers who are here would be so affected by the sight of your child suffering. Pag may sakit ang anak, kamusta kaya ang nanay? Right, ang ganda ng word. Doble, di ba? Doble, triple pa nga siguro. Paano kapag sa harap mo mismo, nakikita mong pinahihirapan ng iyong anak? Can you bear that sight? Mama Mary saw it all. It's in my bucket list. Oberammergau. This is a passion play that is done in one small village in Germany. That's Oberammergau. And in the, if I'm not mistaken, 30s or 40s, there was a threat of an epidemic. They closed all the gates towards the town to preserve the people inside para walang makapasok, para hindi makapasok yung epidemic, cholera if I'm not mistaken. Pero may nakaslip through, and so they were so afraid that they would start to die, every one of them. They made a vow, and the vow was, Lord, spare us, and we promise every 10 years we would stage a passion play. And that was an answered prayer. They were spared. No one died. And so they made good the promise. Alam niyo yung script? Pre-Vatican II pa. Hanggang ngayon, hindi pa pinapalitan yung script. At ang maganda, the whole village is involved. Yung dating boy, the little child that Jesus brought as a sample, a model to follow, unless you become like this child, that child grew up to be John. Ganon. Yung ganong nag-grow na silang lahat, tuloy pa rin ang passion play. Tapos kung ano yung trabaho mo, yun din ang role mo. Yung mga mangingisda, sila yung mangingisda ng mga followers ni Jesus. Now, why am I saying this? I wasn't able to see that, but I was told by one priest who saw that. One powerful scene was the scourging at the pillar. You see a pillar in front of you, it's a stage play. And it goes beyond the cinema. They go out para sa parang live sinakulo. Jesus is chained to the pillar, ready for the scourging. All of a sudden, lights would go out, and there would be a pool of light on a woman across Jesus, and that's Mary. Ang lakas ng effect. You don't see anything about the scourging, but you see it happening in Mama Mary. For every lash that you hear, you see Mary crying, cringing, crawling, coiling. You can imagine? Sa bawat wapak na maririnig mo, yung tunog ng latigo, you see the effect in Mama Mary. And at the end, you see her down on her knees, crawling, so much in pain. That was a powerful scene. Nung pinanood niyo yung Passion of Christ, I bet there were certain scenes that you had to close your eyes. Last Formation nga, video pa lang yun di ba? Video lang, 3-minute clip. And I was watching you. Whenever I show that, I don't watch the video. Hindi naman magpapalit yun I watch the retreatants. I watch those who are watching. And that validates it. We cannot stomach so much intense suffering. You had to close your eyes. You had to look down. You have to look somewhere else. It's simply too much. You think Mary closed her eyes? She suffered every bit of it. This is the disciple. Today, this is what we are reflecting on. Mary is the model of Christian discipleship, standing by the cross of Jesus. This is John 19:25-27. Standing by the cross of Jesus. Stabat Mater Dolorosa. Jesus on the cross. And Jesus sees who were there at the foot of the cross. There was the beloved disciple. There was Mary Magdalene. There was Mary, the wife of Cleopas. And there was his mother. How many disciples did he call? 12. How many disciples remained faithful at the foot of the cross? How many? Ang galing. Ang bilis. Very good. How many disciples did Jesus call? Ilan lahat yung disciples? Apostles. How many? 12. All right. How many disciples remained faithful at the foot of the cross? Of the 12, 1. But if you follow now what we're saying, there were 2. If you include Mary Magdalene, there were 3. If you include Mama Mary. Mama Mary had been following Jesus until the end. That makes her a faithful disciple. And what did Jesus do? When he saw the beloved disciple there and his mother, this is the one of the 7 of the last words of Jesus. One of the 7 last words, baliktad. What did he say? He tells his mother, "Woman, behold your son," referring to John. And then he refers to John and says, "Behold your mother." This was that scene. And John writes in his gospel, and from that hour onwards, the disciple took her into his care. The disciple brought Mary home. Let's understand this. Last words of Jesus, "Woman, behold your son." Why did Jesus call Mary woman? Ba't di niya tinawag mother? I'll explain that when we go to the wedding at Cana. Because he also calls Mary woman. That's earlier on. This is already John 19. That's John 2. So that's 17 chapters before. We'll go there. Now, take note of this. He says, "Woman, behold your son." And then what does he say after? Referring to John. All right. Check out the translations. You won't find son. No. You won't find John. No. He would just say, referring to John, "Behold your mother." He does not address John by name. Why? John represents every disciple of Jesus. And so he is also saying to each one of you, "Beng, behold your mother." Jello, behold your mother. Yan ang iyong ina. Naintindihan mo ba yon, Chito? Binibigay ko sa iyo ang aking ina. The very last possession of Jesus. He had to entrust her. Not just give away, entrust her. Kanino niya pinagkatiwala? Pinagkatiwala ang pinakamamahal na ina sa pinakamamahal na alagad. Pinagkatiwala ang pinakamamahal na ina sa pinakamamahal na alagad. He entrusted the beloved mother to the beloved disciple, to the disciple whom Jesus loved. What did I say? Walang name si John because John represents each one of us. And so, what does that mean? Pinagkakatiwala din ni Jesus, kanino? Sa atin. Dean, ba't pinagkakatiwala ni Jesus si Mama Mary sa'yo? Bakit sa'yo? Kasi pinakamamahal ka niya. At alam niya mapagkakatiwalaan ka. And that's the same for you, Faye. Do you believe that? Okay. You believe that? So, iuuwi niyo ba si Mama Mary? Because Jesus says so. Because He entrusts Mama Mary to you. And so, the theme, bring her home. Now, it works in both ways. If you say, for example, and I've heard many people say this, "Father, nakakatuwa, dati close ako kay Jesus, sa Kanya lang. Hindi ako talaga close kay Mama Mary. But I've come to be close to her. I've learned how to be devoted to her." How was that possible? By being close to Jesus, I became close to Mama Mary. Meron din naman ganito, "Father, ang hirap lapitan si Jesus eh." So, kanino ako nagdadasal? kay Mama Mary. Parang mas madaling makausapin si Mama Mary. Parang hirap humingi ng grasya kay Jesus. Which is not true, by the way, ha? Okay. So, kanino ako lalapit? Kay Mama Mary muna. Mama Mary, pakinaman, oh. Yan. Parang kumuha pa ng ninang, ano? O padrina. Right. Well, of course, the idea is, if you are close to Mama Mary, it would not end there. Mama Mary would bring you to Jesus. Why? Because mother and son are never meant to be separated. Hindi pinaghiwalay ang dalawa. You're seeing two images. One is Western art. This is Eastern art. This is a painting. This is an icon. An icon. Icon. Icon in Greek is image. Mas nakaka-relate tayo dun sa left. Mas sanay tayo dun eh. Pero you might have forgotten, we're also familiar with the right. Especially what icon? Perpetual help. Diba sa Baklaran, you don't see a statue. What do you see? You see the image of Our Lady of Perpetual Help. So, sanay din naman tayo sa ganyang image. But you know what is so beautiful about the right side? Ang maganda sa left side, we can ask, we can go on reflecting on this. Ang ganda, di ba? Look at how the mother looks at the baby. Of course, you cannot say the baby looking at the mother. Baka tulog na. But you see the smile on her lips. Ano kaya iniisip niya? Anong pwede isipin ng isang sarap tanongin ng mga nanay eh? Ano kaya iniisip po ni Mama Mary nakatingin kay Jesus nakangiti?
Ang ganda-ganda naman ng anak ko.
Yun, ganda-ganda ng mga anak ko. Kanina nagmana.
Sa nanay.
Yan tayo eh, no? Hindi sa tatay eh, no? Okay. Ano pa kaya pwedeng iniisip ni Mama Mary? Bakit po nakangiti si Mama Mary sa picture?
Masaya siya dahil binigyan siya ng isang anak.
So hindi pa nagtatapos yung pagpapasalamat, ano? Masayang-masaya pa rin. Right. Ano pang posibleng iniisip ni Mama Mary? Yung mga nanay na gustong magsalita na pag hindi nasabi ngayon, hindi makakatulog mamaya.
Para pong fulfilled na siya sa pagiging babae niya na talaga meron na siyang anak.
Galing nun, ano? Fulfillment of being a woman is being a mother. Eh, paano yung hindi nanay, hindi fulfilled? Aray! Hindi. Motherhood is the fulfillment of being a woman. Mother's Day is not only for mothers who are biological mothers. You have begotten also children. Di ba? Father's Day, ang dami mo mabati sa akin. Father's Day. Bakit? Kasi father ka, father eh, yung ganon. O di ba mother din naman kayo? You have begotten spiritual children. Think of the many people whom you have helped to be close to God. I'm thinking of another reason, and I'd like this to be validated by a mother. Bakit nakangiti si Mama Mary dito? Anong iningiti niya? Anong ikinangingiti niya? Ano kayang nasa isip niya? Tama na yung mga sagot. Ayun na, narinig ko na. Ano kaya iniisip?
The future of the children.
The future of the children. Tama po ba mga nanay? Ano kaya ang anak ko paglaki? Ano kaya mangyayari sa kanya? You think Mama Mary thought about the passion and the death of her son? Ang morbid naman ni Mama Mary, di ba? Baby pa lang, inisip niya na may crown of thorns na, may carrying of the cross. Na hindi pa. She was enjoying the moment, all right? That's the beauty of it. You can still say so many beautiful things about this left image, but look at right. Look at how the iconographer captures the intimacy between mother and child, Madonna and child. Alam niyo yung isang icon? Yan ang libro ng Greek Orthodox Church. Yung mga sa ating Western, Roman Catholics, okay? Sa Western side. Theologians write a book And the book contains so many beautiful insights and thoughts. Sa kanila, one icon already contains so much theology. You remember the song, If? If a picture paints 1,000 words, then why can't I paint you? A picture does paint 1,000 words. What do you see here? The two faces are so close to each other. And you look at how Jesus touches the face of his mother. That's a touch of blessing. Di ba? Kapag may pare, what do? You get the hand and you put it on your forehead or on your head. The touch of blessing. Look at how Mama Mary caresses her son. Okay. Mother and child are not meant to be separated. This is a beautiful icon also about Mary as the woman of the Eucharist. Woman of the Eucharist. I'm presenting this kasi we have been insisting on this point of our being servants. The Eucharistic centrality of the Eucharist. Diba? The center of the feast is the Eucharist. Look at how Jesus is presented as the face of Jesus on the host. And Mama Mary represents the priest offering the sacrifice, offering her son. Remain with us, Lord. Right. We can still spend so much over the icon. But here's something more. The Annunciation, Luke 1:26-38. The angel announced to a virgin. A virgin was visited by an angel, and the virgin's name was Mary. Right. What did the angel say? Hail, full of grace. Highly favored daughter. The Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women. And she was deeply troubled. Why was she deeply troubled? Alam nyo, in the time of Jesus, when you see an angel, what does that mean? Sinusundo ka na. Alright, so ito may angel. So ano ibig sabihin nito? Mamatay na siya. Besides, the angel is appearing in the form of a man in the room of a woman. So talaga nabigla si mama. Bigla may image ng lalaki sa room niya. Okay, but more than that, the message was so startling. And so the angel would have to say, do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. Behold, you will conceive and bear a son. And you will have to name him Jesus. So ang tanong ni Mama Mary, how can this be since I have no relations with the man? Explanation ng angel. The Holy Spirit will come upon you. The power of the Most High will overshadow you. And so the child to be born of you will be called Son of the Most High. Read those lines again. The angel was telling her already that there are three persons in the one God. The Holy Spirit will come upon you, third person. The power of the Most High will overshadow you, first person. And so the child to be born of you will be called Son of the Most High, second person. Tanong ganito, naintindihan kaya ni Mama Mary yun? Because all the while they've been thinking of, talking of, praising one God. God is only one. I am the Lord your God. You will not have any other gods besides me. Monotheism was the mark of Judaism. Tapos may revelation ngayon, three persons. Did she understand? No. Did the angel tell her what would happen to her life? No. And yet she said, be it done unto me according to your word. I think I did this already with you before, last November. If I pass around a blank sheet of paper and I ask you, before you leave, please sign. It's a blank sheet of paper. Okay? Will you sign your name? on that blank sheet of paper, how many will assign? Sabi ko na eh. At least may nagtaas na isa. Thank you. You want coffee after this? Hindi kayo magsasign? Wala kayong tiwala talaga sa akin. Eh, no? Why the hesitation? Why the reservation? Blank sheet, di ba? Ang dami pwede mangyari, di ba? You want to be sure, right? Ba't ako magsasign? What is this, Father? No explanation. Just sign. Nakakatakot kaya yon. Mama Mary was offered something like that. You will just be the mother of the Redeemer, and that's all. Details, please? No details. Logistics? Nothing. It's all, you will be the mother. That's why you call it faith. She took the risk. Tumaya siya. Kanino siya tumaya? Kay Lord. Pag tumaya ka kay Lord, sure ka. And so she was able to say, be it done unto me according to your word. And so Mary gave birth to the Redeemer. This was that moment. The first time a mother holds her child in her arms, that was the moment. Tama po mga nanay? Yung luha, yung sakit na nabakas sa muka sa pagde-deliver ng anak, biglang napaltan. Ano na nangyari? Yung ngiting tenga sa tenga, parang na-stretch out kasi nakita na ang anak. And this would go on. Mary would continue to be journeying with her son as he grows up to be the boy Jesus. Ang tawag dito, you don't find it in the Gospels anymore. The last account was the finding of Jesus in the temple. Pagkatapos nun, wala na. How do we call that? The hidden years. Everybody say, hidden years. Right. Hidden years. We don't have any records of what happened. If ever we get to hear something that's tradition, it's not in the scriptures. We don't have records or accounts. Next thing that you see, Jesus is already a grown-up person. And the next time Mary holds Jesus would be this scene. You call this the pieta. What is Mary holding? The lifeless body of Jesus. After 33 years, everything would end up in this. The baby that she held is now a lifeless body. But here's something more. Between that time of Jesus found in the temple and this pieta, where was Jesus? Mary kept following Jesus. Kahit na nalalayo siya, asan si Jesus? Kahit na magkalayo ang nanay at ang anak, asan ang anak lagi? Mga nanay, kahit na sobrang layo ng anak sa inyo, nasan ang anak? Lagi nasa puso. That's the disciple. The one who kept Jesus always in her heart, so focused on her son. That's what makes Mary a model of perfect Christian discipleship. Perfect Christian discipleship. She followed Jesus all through his journey. We saw this last time, the journey of faith of Mama Mary. The moments of the journey of faith. You find the journey of faith from the Annunciation to the Pentecost event. All right? Saan nangyari yung Annunciation? Where do you find it? In what book? You find it in the Gospel. Which Gospel? It's only one Gospel that records the Annunciation. Not in Matthew, not in Mark, not in John. Luke. Very good. Luke. All right. You find it in Luke, the third Gospel. Where do you find the Pentecost event? Acts of the Apostles. Who wrote the Acts of the Apostles? Luke. Galing. You're following kasi Acts tayo ngayon, ano? Very good. Right. So you have the same author writing about Mama Mary in his gospel and in the Acts. Right. Where did the Annunciation event happen? Which place? Saan nakatira si Mary? Nazareth. All right. Where did the Pentecost event happen? Jerusalem. So you have a journey from Nazareth to Jerusalem. Yung paglalakbay ni Maria mula sa Nazareth papuntang Jerusalem, following Jesus. Saan nangyari yung Annunciation? Specifically, where in Nazareth? In a temple? In the marketplace? Where? In the house of Mary. Okay. Where in the house? In the room of Mary. Right? Wala naman siguro sa kitchen, ano? O kaya nasa laundry area. Yan. She was in a room. Where did the Pentecost event happen? In the upper room. Isn't that beautiful? From Mary's room to the upper room. Look at the journey of Mary from her room, from the privacy of her room, now to the upper room, which becomes the room of the disciples. In the room of Mary, what do you have? You have one person visited by an angel, and that one person is the first of all believers. The first of all believers, the first one who believed. What do you have in the Pentecost? You have the community of believers. That was the journey of Mary. And Leia Salonga could sing at this point, what the journey it has been. It was not all rosy. It was not all joyful. You have also the sorrowful mysteries of the journey. Of course, ending with the glorious. All right. This also makes Mary the model of deep spirituality. Pag sinabing ang lalim ng spirituality mo, anong tinuturo? Activities? No. Events? No. Pag sinabing you are a person with deep spirituality, what is being mentioned here? What is being referred to? Lalim na spirituality mo? Saan yan? Prayer life mo, interior life mo, right? It's your interior life. Kahit na ang dami mong ginagawa, nakafocus ka pa rin. Saan? Wrong question. Kanino ka nakafocus? Sa dami ng ginagawa mo, nakafocus ka pa rin kay Lord. This is our Blessed Mother, so focused on no other than her son. Focused on her baby. And she must have been wondering already, imagining, baby pa lang si Jesus, how this would grow to be the son of the Most High as promised. And every time she sees Jesus, she sees no less than God Himself, focused on her Son. And how we wish every disciple would also be that. Pag nawala ang focus natin, sasabog tayo, I tell you. Sabog ang buhay natin kapag hindi tayo nakafocus. Napagdaanan natin yung college life na sobrang daming exams, di ba? Tapos yung series of exams in 1 week, sunod-sunod, sasabog ka talaga, di ba? Masisira ang ulo mo, yan, magwawala ka na. And so what is our battle cry? Focus, focus. Focus on Jesus. We said it before. When you focus on Jesus, your heart would continue to burn. You would burn on. It's not here, but I told the facilitators. If you don't focus on Jesus, you will surely burn out. Ano mas maganda? Burn on or burn out? You want to burn on? Focus on Jesus. You want to burn out? Put Jesus aside. Immediately you would burn out. Sasabog at sasabog tayo. All right. Here is one beautiful role of our Blessed Mother, gracious advocate and intercessor. And this happens in another event. Gracious advocate and intercessor in this event. John 2, 1 to 11, the first miracle. When you read the passage, it would already give you that beautiful feeling. Because John 2, 1 to 11 would begin in this way. There was a wedding at Cana in Galilee. First line. And the second line reads, and the mother of Jesus was there. And the mother of Jesus was there. Last year, when I was blessed to accompany the pilgrims to the Holy Land, we were there at Cana. And I was reading the gospel. And the gospel was the wedding at Cana. And when I read, there was a wedding at Cana in Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was here. Oh my, you know how I felt? Goosebumps. The mother of Jesus was here. We're not talking about what happened before. It happened here, in this very place. Here. Ang lakas ng dating. If you're familiar with fairy tales, you would also relate with that line. The mother of Jesus was here. Cinderella wanted very much to attend the ball. Her mother-in-law wouldn't allow her. And they left her in the kitchen to take care of the dirty kettles and pans. And lo and behold, the fairy godmother was there. And you know the rest of the story. Here's the point. When the mother of Jesus is there, great things will happen. Miracles happen if there is Mary, the mother of Jesus. And this, I'm sure, could be validated by our own lives. What happens next? Mary, the sensitive woman that she was, noticed something. And she tells Jesus, the picture says it all. Look at the eyes of the two. Look at the expression of the face. And you could hear Mary. Pat was saying, use your ears of the mind. Visualize, all right? You have pictures now. Try to hear what Mary is saying. What did Mary say? She takes Jesus aside and tells him, they have no more wine. They have no more wine. This is what she says. They have no more wine. Yun lang. She didn't say, would you do something about it? Did you notice they have no more wine? Anak, tulungan naman natin. Nothing of that sort. A simple declaration of a fact. Wala na silang alak. Let's go back to the picture. Look at the expression in the face of Jesus. And what is Jesus saying? Okay, sorry. Parang kaya pala yung mga itsura nyo eh. Ha? What is Jesus saying? Look at the expression in his face. One word, ano? And the word is?
So,
Grabe, ano? Pinaiksi yung woman. How does that concern of yours affect me? One word. So? Ngayon? Okay. All right. Ito yung impression eh. O, kita mo na, si Mama Mary so concerned. Si Jesus so detached, di ba? Kaya, kay Mama Mary na lang lumapit. Yun tayo eh. Yun yung maling pananaw kasi na, ang hirap kausap si Jesus. Sabihin ba naman, so? So hindi siya affected, hindi siya concerned. Mama Mary was so concerned. No, it has to be understood in its context. Woman. Let's understand it first. Woman. Why did Jesus call her woman? Mothers, mga nanay, what if your son walks up to you one day and tells you, babae? Simula sa araw na to. Anong mararamdaman mo? Di ba? Anong klaseng term naman yan? Why did Jesus call her woman? How does that concern of yours affect me? My hour has not yet come. So laden with meaning. All right, FYI. And you appreciate the Gospel of John. John is following a book in the Old Testament as pattern. What book is that? Genesis. Very good. How does Genesis begin? In the beginning, there was total darkness. There was darkness over the deep. And the Spirit hovered over the mighty waters. How does John begin his gospel? In the beginning was the Word. The Word was in God's presence, and the Word was God. Old Testament, book of Genesis, on the first day, the second day, third day. Look at John. You would see this if you analyze John. The next day, John was there again, John the Baptist. The next day, Jesus meets Nathanael. The next day, there was a wedding at Cana. He follows that. Now, ano yung woman? Remember in the book of Genesis, there was a mention of woman? The fall of Adam and Eve. And they were told, anong punishment sa kanila? Because of this, they were banished from the Garden of Eden. All right. That was the punishment for them. But immediately after, God makes a promise. After telling the serpent also, you will be the despicable creature of all the animals. You will crawl on your belly. Yan. May promise si God. What was the promise? I will put enmity between you and the woman, between your seed and hers. She will crush your head while you strike at her heel. She will crush your head. Who will crush the head of the serpent? The woman. Who is the serpent? The devil. Who is the woman? There you go. John is now connecting us to the book of Genesis and saying, this is now the woman. You get that? Jesus says, woman, how does that concern of yours affect me? Woman, behold your son. This is the promised woman who will crush the head of the serpent. Have you seen an image of Mama Mary with the serpent at her foot and she's stepping on the head? That is the fulfillment of that prophecy. That was the fulfillment of the scriptural passage. All right, woman. All right, so we understand now. It's not a term of disrespect. It was a revelation of the prophecy now fulfilled. What is Jesus saying? Was Jesus hesitant to help? Was Jesus detached? No, Jesus was saying, you know what would happen if I make something different, miraculous now? If I intervene, this would be the start of my public ministry. Until this time, I am not known to be a wonder worker. I have not started, in fact, my public ministry. Not yet. If I do something now, that would be the start of my public ministry. What does that mean? Magkakahiwalay na tayo. Kaya mo yon? The hour has not yet come. Hour. We're in John. Hour means the hour of the passion, death, and resurrection. At the Last Supper, Jesus says, the hour has come. Cana, it's not yet the hour. If I do something now, we anticipate the hour. Would you want that? Salin sa Tagalog, ikaw rin, mama, ikaw rin. Baka masipangs ka. You see, if it's difficult for Jesus to act on it, if he were hesitant, if he were detached, it would have ended there. No, it did not end there. Ano nangyari? Mama Mary did not lose hope. She went to the servants and said, sabi niya, do whatever he tells you. And Jesus goes to the head waiter and says, fill the jars with water. And you know what happens? There was overflowing wine. Now, give it to the headmaster. Nung tinikman, ano sabi ng head waiter? People usually serve the choice wine first, the best wine. Yun muna, yung pinakamasarap yun ang uunahin. Alright. Pag medyo latsing na yung mga tao, o kaya nakarami na, hindi na mapapansin yan. Offer the lesser vintage. They won't notice it. But what you've done is to keep the best wine for last. Ano ibig sabihin nun? Jesus does the best wine. Look at the last words of Mama Mary. Mary spoke for only 7 times in the Gospels. The first words, be it done unto me according to your word. Words of obedience. The last words, do whatever he tells you. The last words were asking us to be obedient to her son. And this is what she tells every servant. I'd like to personalize this. And I'd like to share this with you because you're family. I think I shared this also in a way last November for those who would remember. I've been a priest for 24 years now, going 25 by December 8. That would be my silver anniversary as a priest. And I got to realize that's why I was given the blessing to make the Marian pilgrimage with the pilgrims. It was a gift for me pala by the Light of Jesus family. I tell you, it has not been an easy journey for me. Minsan natingin natin, sarap ng buhay ng mga pari, ano? You don't know how it is. It's difficult. I'm sure I shared this with you. Mahirap maging pare. Mahirap manatiling pare. Mahirap magpakapare. Pinakamahirap. I may be talking in abstractions, but let me tell you, there were moments when I almost did not make it. Sa atin lang to. Alright? Ang sarap pakat, ano? I tell you, there was a moment in my life when I almost did not make it. If I may just give you some more details. There was a person who maligned me, who made a wrong, false accusation. And that was believed by a group. And they asked for no less than my head. They wanted me out of the priesthood. Good enough, my provincial superior supported me. If he did not support me and let me all by myself, I would have, blasted. Sumabog na ako. And when we said, all right, let's pursue the case. Let's have an investigation. Let's get to the bottom of this. And when we made that disclosure na, sige, we're ready to have that investigation, they backed out. I remember I was in the bathroom, my private room. Pwede pala yung ganun talaga, no? Yung may shirt at may pants ka pa, tapos sobrang bigat ng pakiramdam mo, and you let the showers fall on you. And I remember I was telling, labo nyo. Hindi kasi ako marunong magmura eh. So that's the most I can say, labo nyo. Pagkatapos yung sirain ng pangalan ko, bigla kayong back out. You drop a bomb and leave like that. I was at my wit's end, really. But there was somebody who came to my rescue. And that was Mama Mary. If it were not for her, I will not be here anymore. And I'm making this testimony to honor her. Mama Mary was there. This sounds true, very true in my life. I tell you, the mother of Jesus was there. The mother of Jesus was there. And I'm sure you have your own stories to tell about this. You've seen the Passion of the Christ. You've cried over so many scenes. There was one particular scene that so struck me. It was not the Passion of Jesus. It was the scene when Mama Mary wanted to see Jesus already carrying his cross. And so Mama Mary tells John, "Bring me to him." John appears to know the byways of the road to Calvary. And so John brings Mama Mary using the shortcut. And just when she was about to make the turn to meet Jesus carrying his cross, Mary could not make the turn. She froze. She remained stuck there at that point. She could not bear to see her suffering son. John was saying, "Come on, he's passing by." And Mama Mary could not make any move until she remembers something. She remembers a scene in the early life of Jesus. I'm bringing you to that point. She remembers that scene when she was preparing food. And she sees her son fall down flat on the ground. And how she responds to her son, to the rescue of a falling son. Here's the scene. And she frantically runs to her son and says, "I'm here, I'm here." And that gives her the energy to run to her fallen son, Jesus, the little child here, and the Savior carrying his cross here. And she lifts up her son. And they once again are locked in that embrace. And that was enough for Jesus to be able to rise again from having fallen on the ground, seeing his mother. That gives him renewed strength. That was it. When I saw this film, when I saw this scene, water was over the dam. Could not control my tears. I imagine Mama Mary rushing to me and saying, "I'm here, I'm here." I imagine Mama Mary telling the Lord, "Michael has no more wine." I said it before, I'd like to say it again. Mama Mary is doing that for each one of us. Mama Mary is doing that for you. Whispering to her son, saying, "Anak, wala na siyang alak. Wala na siyang lakas. Pinanghihinaan na siya ng loob. Bibigay na siya. Sasabog na siya. Susuko na siya. Anak, tulungan mo siya." And Jesus could not say no to his mom. And you know what happens? water turns into wine. And we are up on our feet again. We are restored to life again. We are resurrected. And this would happen again and again if we obey Mama Mary, who tells us, do whatever my son tells you. My dear fellow servants, behold your mother. Narito ang ating ina. Bring her home. If you have done that before and you've lost contact with her, you distance yourself from her, then retake her and bring her home again. And we will see what miracles are. You know, our father, St. John Bosco, would say, it's only in heaven when we will realize what Mary has done for us. Only in heaven will we realize what Mary has done for us. She has done so much for us. And so we continue to entrust ourselves to her. Ganda, di ba? We were talking about Good Shepherd and sheep. You have our Blessed Mother as the mother of the shepherd, carrying Jesus and carrying a sheep in her other hand. It's like Mama Mary carrying Jesus and carrying you or I in her arms. What a wonderful place to be. Just beside Jesus and in the arms of our Blessed Mother. You want to take a picture of this? Gusto niyong bigger image? Touchscreen yan eh. Parang sabi ko kanina, wag na kaya gawin. Hindi makaresist. Alright. Ganda, di ba? Ang sarap na pakiramdam na we are in the arms of our Blessed Mother. And how we wish we would always be there. We can always be there. Mama Mary wants to keep us in her arms. Let's allow her to do that for us. Close to Jesus. Close to the heart of our Blessed Mother. Last November, we ended with one song. I'd like to end this reflection with you with that same song. St. Bernard gives us that theme. Whenever we go through rough waters and there would be the storm, there would be the squall, right? Sailors know this very well. They just have to look for something, and there's that light that would guide them back home. Seafarers would look to that thing, and they would be able to go back home. We're talking of an image, the lighthouse. That's the sense of Mary as the Stella Maris, star of the sea. The lighthouse guides sailors back to the island. At times, the lighthouse fails. Like if there is no current, no power, so how would sailors find their way back home? They would look at the star. They look to the star, they know how to go back home. They follow the star. And that star of the sea, Stella Maris, is Mama Mary. Respice stellam voca Mariam. Translated, look to the star, call on Mary. When you encounter storms in your life, when you encounter difficulties in your discipleship, when you feel like giving up, when you think you cannot move on, when you think you are stalled by something, an obstacle, look to the star, call on Mary. And Mama Mary, who is always there, will make things happen for us. Water will be changed again into wine. Shall we sing that song, Stella Maris, for her, as we honor her? I'd love you to stand, but people won't see from behind. So we remain seated, but we sing with our hearts this song that is offered to our Blessed Mother. All together. Kung itong aming paglalaya, inabot ng pagkabagabag, naway mabanaagan ka, hinirang natala ng umaga. Kahit talon man ng pangamba, di alintana sapagkat naroon ka. Ni unos ng pighati at kadiliman ng gabi. Maria sa puso ni numan, ika'y tala ng kalangitan. Ningning mo ay walang pagmamaliw, inang sinta, inang ginigiliw. Tanglawan kami, aming ina, sa kalangitan naming pita. Naway maging handungan, pinakamimithing kaharian. Maria sa puso ni numan, ika'y tala ng kalangitan. Ningning mo ay walang pagmamaliw, inang sinta, inang ginigiliw. Maria sa puso ni numan, ika'y tala ng kalangitan. Ningning mo ay walang pagmamaliw, inang sinta, inang ginigiliw. We still have longer time now for our reflection and sharing. I thought that would also be one way of helping us internalize. Let it not just be, as I was saying before, for the formation, not just input, all right? Not just a lecture, but let's internalize it, let's personalize it. Nangyayari lang siguro in the past, medyo maikli lang yung time for sharing, kaya hindi natin manamnam. So longer time now for sharing. And then we could also help each other. Like just make the small groups, form small groups, not more than 4. Right? Break up into groups of 4. If you are 6, it would take so much time and it could happen that you are not able to share as you would want to share. What will we share? Let's make it personal, just like what I try to do. Right? The question is this. It's not something just off the head, but it's an experiential thing. Recount and narrate an incident or event in your personal life when you really felt the presence or when you experienced the intervention or intercession of Mama Mary. Right? Let me start with one particular example, and then you think of, you have so many experiences, select one. Alam niyo sa pilgrimage of 82 pilgrims, when we were at Lourdes, there was one coming from the United States who came, a Filipina, who came to the pilgrimage, joined us. And she was sharing at the end of the pilgrimage that something happened at Lourdes. She's a cancer survivor, cancer of the breast. I think it's stage 3. And sabi niya sa akin, you know, Father, I'm wearing a wig. Right? Sabi niya kasi baka ma-turn off yung mga co-pilgrims niya pag makita na nakalbo siya. So she's wearing a wig. Sa Lourdes, there is that experience of you go into an enclosure and then you strip yourself of your clothes, and there would be people who would assist you and cover you with the black, okay? It's not really a towel. Tapos, you immerse yourself in that pool of water. You know, the strange thing is, it's not full immersion like in the River Jordan. Hindi kasama yung ulo. It's just the body. When you are helped up, you need not be dried with a towel. It instantly dries up. And I experienced that for myself. Pag baahon ko, just a short prayer, and I was helped up from the pool. And when I went back to the enclosure, I did not have to wipe myself dry of water. I'm already dry. You know what happened to her? Her hair has grown. And she noticed that, and she did not say anything about it with her co-pilgrims. Pero those who came from the US with her, 3 of them were saying, "Uy, what happened to you?" She's min. What happened to you? Your hair has grown. She asked for that.